12 physical signs a woman is interested in you. Here's what no one tells you. We don't confess interest with words. We confess it with posture, with glances, with the way we fix our sleeve when you're around. Most men miss it. Not because we're complicated, but because you're searching for confirmation instead of noticing invitation. We look away a second too slow. We mirror you without knowing. These are high V value signals, not random flukes. And if you understand them, everything changes. Because when a woman's interested, her whole presence shifts. And once you learn how to see it, you'll start to realize just how many women have already been trying to tell you. Welcome to Infinite Wisdom, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. We're diving into the physical signs most men overlook, subtle body language cues women give off when they're genuinely interested. These are signs you've probably seen before but didn't know how to read. This isn't about decoding female behavior like a game. It's about becoming more aware, more confident, and more intentional. Some of these signs are so quiet they disappear unless you're tuned in. That's about to change. Stay with me because one of these signs is so easy to miss, yet once you catch it, it changes how you read every room you're in. Sign 1, her face lights up when she sees you. Most men wait for a woman to speak before deciding whether she's interested. That's where they go wrong. Interest rarely announces itself with words. It reveals itself in the split-second expressions that escape before she even realizes it. Watch her before she speaks. Does her face soften? Do her eyes slightly widen the moment you enter the room? That's dopamine doing its work. It's not rehearsed. It's not polite. It's raw, involuntary attraction. This is the kind of signal old money men learn to recognize. Not because they chased it, but because they moved through rooms with awareness, not desperation. Once you pick up on this, you won't need verbal cues. You'll feel the shift in energy. It gives you presence, confidence, the ability to engage without overreaching. Because when her face lights up first, her words are already playing catch-up. Sign 2, she touches you. Here's where most men miscalculate. They treat every touch like it's a coincidence, like she had to brush against you, like it didn't mean anything, but women don't accidentally linger. If her hand rests on your forearm a little too long, if she grazes your shoulder when passing behind you, if she adjusts your cuff or picks lint off your jacket, it's not maintenance, it's communication. This isn't about being flirty, it's about proximity and trust. When we touch, we're not just closing space, we're testing how safe it feels to cross it. Men who get this don't lean in too quickly. They observe. They let the moment build, because now you're no longer mistaking basic friendliness for genuine closeness. You'll know when a touch means, I want to be near you, not just you're in my way. Sign 3, she leans toward you. Most men assume closeness happens because the space is tight, but pay attention. True interest doesn't need proximity as an excuse. It creates it. When a woman leans in, even when there's plenty of room to stay back, it's deliberate. We lean toward what we're tuned into, not to hear better, but to feel closer. This isn't just about romance, it's about attention. Respect, focus, the kind of presence we naturally give to people who make us feel seen. You'll notice it when she angles her torso your way, when her head subtly shifts forward during conversation. It's quiet but deliberate. Men who pick up on this stop chasing attention and start commanding it, because now you can tell who's just tolerating you and who's slowly leaning into the moment you've created. That's not politeness, that's proximity earned. Sign 4, she blushes around you. Here's a detail most men never catch. Blushing isn't just a teenage thing, it's the body's truth. When the mind is trying to stay composed when we're around someone, we feel something for our sympathetic nervous system reacts. Cheeks warm up, the skin across our chest lightly flushes, even the ears can betray us. We try to act unaffected, but the blood rushes anyway. It's involuntary, adrenaline stirs it up before we've said a word. You'll spot it when you tease her, and she smiles a little too shyly, or when you compliment her, and her neck suddenly reens. It's not embarrassment, it's emotional intensity on display. And when you catch it, not to exploit it, but to understand it, you step into a whole new level of emotional awareness. Because once you learn what color means in context, you'll start hearing the body louder than the voice. Sign 5, she laughs at your jokes. You crack a joke, she laughs. You assume you're just that funny, but pause. That laugh, it might not be about the punchline, it might be about you. When a woman is genuinely drawn to someone, her laughter becomes exaggerated, it lingers. It's a little louder, a little longer, and often arrives with a glance checking if you noticed her reaction. This isn't fake, it's alignment. It's her subtly trying to match your energy, your rhythm, your mood. Not every joke deserves that laugh, but every interest often expresses itself through it. Start noticing when your presence becomes her reason to be more expressive, because that's not performance, it's permission. We laugh louder around people we want to connect with. And when you realize her laughter is about your presence, not just your wit, you'll stop trying so hard to impress and start reading the room like a man in control. Sign 6, she tries to sit next to you. Most men chalk this up to chance. Same table, same row, same couch. But women don't play musical chairs. We position ourselves with intention. If she consistently ends up beside you, across from you, or finds a reason to shift closer in a group setting, that's not logistics. It's proximity as a strategy. We're trained to be subtle, so we use space to speak. And when we choose to sit beside you, it's not just about the view. It's about access. Proximity is power in work, in social spaces, in quiet moments. If she's making sure she's next to you, she's signaling alignment without having to say a word. This gives you quiet leverage because now you're not reacting to randomness, you're recognizing intent. And from there, the way you carry yourself shifts. You become intentional too. Sign 7, she keeps pining in front of you. You've probably seen it. She smooths her blouse, adjusts her hair, checks her reflection in her phone screen. Most men see that and think she's just fidgeting. But here's what's really happening. Pining is one of the oldest, most instinctive attraction behaviors we have. It's not random, it's refinement. When we're interested, we subconsciously try to elevate how we look. Not in a showy way, but in the little gestures, tucking hair behind the ear, straightening posture, adjusting accessories. It's less about vanity and more about signaling. She's not trying to be perfect. She's trying to appear composed, elegant, desirable, especially in your presence. So if those adjustments only start when you walk into the room, that's not maintenance, that's attraction. Making her aware of her appearance and recognizing that puts you 10 steps ahead of most men, because now you're tuned into the unspoken broadcast sign. 8, she blinks rapidly. You think it's fatigue or maybe the lighting, but the blink rate, that's a silent giveaway. When we're emotionally activated, whether through excitement, anxiety, or attraction, our body doesn't stay neutral. One of the first things to shift our blink rhythm. So here's what to watch. When she's talking to others, her blinking is steady, but when she's engaging with you, it subtly speeds up. Not dramatically, just enough to show her body's reacting. Even when her words aren't, it's an involuntary microsignal, and most men miss it completely. But when you start noticing how her eyes behave around you versus others, you begin seeing attraction as a physiological reaction, not just an emotional. And that gives you composure, because now instead of trying to force a connection, you'll start catching the signs that it's already there, waiting for you to notice. Sign 9. She tries to look more attractive. You walk into a room and she looks different, sharper, more refined, just a little more on. Most men assume it's just her usual routine, but timing matters. When a woman starts subtly upgrading her appearance before she knows she'll see you, that's not coincidence, it's strategy. Maybe it's a touch more perfume, a new lipstick shade, or an outfit that feels just slightly more polished than the setting demands. This isn't about vanity, it's about signaling. She's not dressing for the room, she's dressing for the present she expects. And no, this doesn't mean she wants validation. It means your existence is worth preparing for. When you can notice the difference between her everyday look and her, you're here now, presentation, you stop guessing. You see the care, the intention. And once you see it, you'll never confuse general beauty with specific interest again. Her breathing gets faster around you. You think she's just nervous. Maybe the room's warm. Maybe she walked in too fast. But here's what's actually happening. Her body is responding to yours. When a woman's breathing becomes shallow or slightly faster around you, especially during close interaction, It's not just nerves, it's adrenaline, the kind that's triggered when there's tension, attraction, or anticipation. It's subtle. A quick inhale when you look her in the eye. A breath catch when you brush past her shoulder. It's involuntary and revealing. Most men overlook it, but those who recognize it start to realize their presence affects the space. This awareness shifts how you carry yourself. You don't need louder moves, just sharper presence, because now you know when you're making an impact without saying a word, and that kind of unspoken influence. That's what makes the difference between being noticed and being felt. Sign 11. Her voice tone changes. Most men listen to what a woman says, but rarely how she says it, and that's where they miss the signal. When we're drawn to someone, our voice subtly shifts. The pitch softens, the delivery slows, and the tone gets warmer without us trying. It's not an act, it's a reflex. Start noticing the difference between how she talks to others and how she speaks to you. Is there a calmness, a melodic quality, maybe a little more pause between her words? That's not just politeness, that's interest slipping through tone. And once you start picking up on vocal shifts, you stop guessing where you stand, because emotion doesn't hide in content, it hides in cadence. Learn to hear the tone, and you'll start catching signals most men miss with their eyes wide open. 12. She fiddles with random things. You see her toying with her necklace, twisting her ring, flicking a straw wrapper, and you assume she must be bored. But here's the truth, fidgeting isn't always distraction. Often it's attraction disguised as nerves. When we're around someone, we feel something for our body needs an outlet. So the hands get busy, the fingers move the objects near us, become props. It's not about disinterest, it's about managing emotional tension, especially when we're trying not to make it obvious. Watch for patterns. Does she only fidget when you're nearby? Is it subtle but rhythmic? That's not restlessness. That's energy looking for a place to land. And the moment you decode it, you stop misreading signals. You begin to sense the difference between disconnection and nervous desire, trying not to spill over. And that makes your next move calm, confident, and completely grounded. If you've made it this far, you're not just here for content. You're here for insight. Drop a simple in the comments to let us know you're part of the Real Bond Chronicle community. We read every single one. Bonus point, she mirrors your movements even without realizing it. As a thank you for sticking with us till the end, this one's for the real ones, the Bond Chronicle crew that always shows up. Here's something most men never notice. She folds her arms a moment after you do. She takes a sip of her drink when you reach for yours. She shifts her posture in perfect rhythm with yours without thinking about it. That's not imitation, that's resonance. We unconsciously mirror the people we feel emotionally attuned to. It's how the brain builds trust without words. So start watching for micro-synchronization. When her tempo matches yours, her interest isn't just emotional, it's embodied. That's not a guess, that's biology speaking. Let's do a quick recap. Number 1, her face lights up. Number 2, she touches you. Number 3, she leans toward you. Number 4, she blushes. Number 5, she laughs at your jokes. Number 6, she tries to sit next to you. Number 7, she pins in front of you. Number 8, she blinks rapidly. Number 9, she tries to look more attractive. Number 10, her breathing gets faster. Her voice tone changes. Number 12, she fiddles with random things. Bonus point, she mirrors your movements. If this video helped you notice things you've been missing, give it a like. It helps our channel grow and reach more viewers like you. Subscribe for daily insights that decode relationships with clarity and confidence, and share this with someone who needs to see the signs. Thanks for watching. There's a recommended video waiting on your screen right now. We'll see you back tomorrow.